last week, Attorney General Jeff Sessions took the first major step in enforcing harsher punishment to drug offenders. So he overturned the former policy in 2013 that former Attorney General under Obama, Eric H. Holder Jr., had in place. So this is what the Washington Post said about it. In a 2-page memo to federal prosecutors across the country, Sessions overturned former Attorney General Eric H. Holder's sweeping criminal charging policy that instructed his prosecutors to avoid charging certain defendants with offenses that would trigger long mandatory minimum sentences. In its place, Sessions told more than 5,000 assistant U.S. attorneys to charge defendants with the most serious crimes carrying the toughest penalties. So Sessions has had a long history of being strongly against and has been harsh on drugs, and especially with marijuana. So as a senator of Alabama, Sessions said regarding marijuana, "This drug is dangerous. You cannot play with it. It's not funny. It's not something to laugh about. And I'm trying to send that message with clarity that good people don't smoke marijuana." And this new policy that Sessions has just implemented does not help solve the drug problem in America and is proven not to deter crime. So regarding the mandatory minimums that Sessions has just put it back in place, this article from heritage.org says, critics maintain that mandatory minimum sentences are not cost effective. The certainty of arrest, prosecution, conviction, and punishment has a greater deterrent effect than the severity of the punishment. A 1-year sentence for a crime has the same deterrent effect as a 5-year sentence. The additional 4 years of imprisonment inflict unnecessary pain on the offender being incarcerated, and to borrow from economics, impose a deadweight loss on society. Mandatory minimum sentences therefore waste scarce criminal justice resources. So also with this new policy, we're escalating the ongoing war on drugs even further. We're spending exponentially more money on drug control but not receiving any successful results. So this graph shows the correlation between the U.S. drug addiction rate and the amount of drug control spending over the past 40 years. The war on drugs started in the late 70s, and ever since then, the U.S. government has spent an incredible amount of money trying to end the problem of drugs in this country. But the problem is the war on drugs has been a complete failure, as the addiction rate has stayed virtually the same. And then also the drug war has just exploded the prison population and created the problem we have today with mass incarceration, and the U.S. is now number 1 in the world in number of people incarcerated. Shouldn't be spending billions and billions of dollars in trying to lock up people for drug offenses that doesn't actually solve the problem. Drugs should be legalized and regulated to help remove the violent crime aspect that drugs involve, and then money the government is using to crack down on drug users could instead be used to invest in treatment centers and jobs to help people have an easier way to get their life back together. So Sessions' new plan to crack down on drugs is completely ineffective, and we need a much better approach in order to solve the ongoing problem in this country.